Hello and welcome to One of a Kind Reviews. I'm Dale.
And I am Paul.
And today we will be reviewing the Royal Rumble 1999.
If you mess with me, you got no chance. No chance in hell, you've got no chance.
Alright, and to kick off the night, we had Road Dogg, who was the hardcore champion at this time, I believe.
Yes, he was
Not
hardcore
that that
champion.
meant anything.
No, it meant nothing in this.
Because he could have lost it on his way to the toilet. Anyway, it was the Road Dogg versus the Big Boss Man.
Yep, who at the time was one half of the tag team champions.
Yes, with
Ken Shamrock.
that one. Right. And, yeah, I don't know what to say about this match. Wasn't great.
Yeah, it really wasn't that great at all. I mean, really the most notable thing is Road Dogg no-selling an atomic drop.
Yeah, like legitimately absolutely no effect to him whatsoever.
You know the match is pretty bad when the best part is Road Dogg no-selling something.
Yeah, so the best part was something they did wrong.
Yeah.
So that's never a good thing.
No, not at all.
So what did you give this one?
I gave it a 2 out of 5. Oh, wait, what was that? Scotty Too Hottie out of 5. I'm sorry, I had a mental blank there.
Forgetfulness.
Forgetful. I'm sorry.
I also gave it a Scotty Too Hottie out of 5.
Alright, and moving on, we had an Intercontinental Championship match. It was Billy Gunn taking on Ken Shamrock, who was the Intercontinental Champion and, as we said earlier, also Tag Team Champion.
Yeah, all the championships
Yeah,
at this
no
point
shit.
for Ken Shamrock.
Rolling in the gold.
Yeah, probably the one and only time that that'll ever happen to Ken Shamrock. If anyone saw him get knocked the fuck out against Kimbo Slice, haha. It's a fantastic fight.
I can imagine.
Getting back on topic.
Yep, back to the match itself. Yeah, I mean, once again, there's nothing really special about this match. Billy Gunn played on like an ankle injury for the whole match. That came into play later on in the night.
Yep, Val Venus came in and DDT'd Shamrock, and that was meant to be like, the big, he's gonna lose the match.
Yeah, even though he didn't DDT him properly.
No!
It looked more like a snap suplex.
Yeah! No, either way. And, Ken Shamrock ended up tapping out Billy Gunn with the ankle lock.
Yep. And retaining his championship.
Yeah, and as Dale pointed out to me earlier, it's pretty much anyone who's like a shoot wrestler just gets the ankle lock.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very strange.
Yep. And then that was that match. So I gave that a Scotty Too Hottie and a half out of 5.
Yep, I also gave it a Scotty Too Hottie and a half out of 5. I'm pretty sure we agree on all of these matches, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there was really no argument.
No. Alright, and next up we had the European Championship match. It was the champion X-Pac defending against Gangrel.
Yes, Mr. Creepy Vampire Porn Star Man.
Now this match was slightly better than the first two matches of the night. It still definitely wasn't a very strong match at all.
No, and the only real reason that it was a good match was X-Pac just bumping like a motherfucker.
Because that's what X-Pac does.
Yeah, he oversold getting hung up on the ropes. And just
I don't think I've ever seen anyone sell it like that.
No. The only thing I can liken it to is Shawn Michaels against Hogan.
Or The
It's
Rock.
that kind of selling.
Or The Rock when he goes crazy.
Yeah, or The Rock selling a stunner.
Yeah. He pretty much sold it, being hung up on the ropes like a stunner.
Yeah. So, that was probably the most notable part, apart from the botched little crossbody into roll-through thing that they did.
Yeah, and the referee counted 3, but it wasn't a 3.
Fuck you, Teddy Long.
You fucked it up.
We all thought that the match was over. What was going on? I genuinely thought it was over.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you counted the 3, you've fucking done it now. Just go with it.
Might as well ring the bell.
But, no, that didn't happen.
Yep, X-Pac ends up winning this match with the X Factor, the little face buster thing he does.
I was going to interrupt you and say the Bella Buster, but anyway.
Yeah, same thing.
It's a little bit sad that X-Pac's finish went to the Bellas.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing.
And Brie of all.
Yeah. Then again, it's better going to Brie than Nikki, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, she's booked as the lesser of the Bellas, that's what I meant.
Yeah, well, she's booked as it.
She's the jobber Bella, and she got X-Pac's finish.
Oh,
Sucks
cool.
to be you, X-Pac.
Not cool.
And yeah, back to the match again. I gave that one a 3 MB out of 5.
Yeah, I also gave it a 3 MB out of 5.
See, so much agreeing.
Yeah, all the agreements.
All the agreeing. Alright, moving on to the next match. We had Sable, who was the women's champion, taking on Luna of the Oddities, not the Oddities. Don't know what the fuck that was. Yeah, so this was a strap match, apparently.
Yeah, the sort of strap match where you have to reach all 4 of the corners.
Yeah, which covers like fucking 8 or 9 different stipulations that I've heard over the years.
Yeah, at least 8 or 9.
Yeah, there's always like something tying them together,
Yeah.
and they have to touch the corners.
Yep, always.
And they always do the same fucking tease spot of like someone touching the corner and then their opponent touching it.
Yep.
But yeah, back to the match. That happened in the match.
Yep.
That's why I'm talking about it.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty fucking shitty match. I really didn't like it at all.
Yeah, but let's just go back to prior to the match. So like essentially, they were going to say that Luna won by like forfeit or whatever,
Yeah.
because apparently Sable suffered a chronic back injury earlier in that night, which makes no sense.
Yep. Chronic clearly means they've been suffering from it for a while. It's kind of always there.
Yeah, it's like a repetitive injury. But no, apparently she took a back breaker on heat, and she now suffers a chronic back injury. So
That was ridiculous.
yeah. And some random stalker, like her official title apparently was Stalker from the Crowd.
Yep, Stalker from the crowd. I have no idea who it was.
No idea. But yeah, she came in and pretty much fucked over Luna. So
Yep, and then Sable won the match. No one cares.
we did care a little bit about Luna's ring gear though.
Oh yeah, we cared about that.
And not in a good way,
No.
guys. It was very disturbing.
Yeah, if anyone knows who Luna is, she is a terrifying looking woman and should not wear pants that go up her asshole, pretty much.
Yes, should just always be wearing pants.
Exactly.
Why was Sable wearing pants?
I don't know. It should.
We're going to finish this match now. We're talking too much.
Alright,
Just
good.
putting it out there.
Yeah, good idea.
1 Billy Gunn out of 5.
Yep, 1 Billy Gunn. Match was for the WWF Championship, and it was an I Quit match, which saw Mankind defend the title against The Rock. A very infamous match this one is.
Yeah. Don't know how Mick actually survived this match.
Yeah, I don't know how he did not die.
Yeah, and I legitimately don't know why he just didn't take the stretcher out of the match.
I don't know.
Because, like, he should have.
He needed it.
He really did.
Like, he legitimately needed it.
Yeah, so, we'll get to what we mean here. So, essentially, there was how many, like, fucking unprotected headshots taken by Mankind?
I think I heard Mick say in an interview it was 13.
13.
It was meant to be 6 and it ended up being 13.
Okay, and they weren't light shots.
No. And they weren't hands up shots either, because that was physically impossible to do.
Yes, because roughly halfway through the match, actually we'll mention a few of the spots that happened before that, to be honest. I want to mention a quote from Michael Cole, because he fucked up so many times on commentary. So, what was it, The Rock took a chair shot?
I think The Rock gave the chair shot to Mankind.
Right, either way, Michael Cole was like, steel stairs in the back, what a chair shot. Quote from Michael Cole.
Yep, quote from Michael Cole.
Yes, and prior to the handcuffs being introduced as well, there was an announcement table spot that just really didn't go very well.
Yeah, they went for the rock bottom, and as soon as he went to lift him up, the table just collapsed underneath him, and they just kind of fell to the ground.
It was very awkward.
Yeah.
Like,
It
very
was extremely awkward.
And, yeah, I just... You could see The Rock automatically go up to Mankind like, fuck, what the hell happened there?
Yeah, like that. It wasn't meant to go like that.
Like, shit, improv, damn. And then we had Mick Foley essentially, like, somewhat recreating the Hell in a Cell bump off of, like, a balcony type thing.
Yeah, onto some, like, electrical things. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but...
They called it an electrical circuit board, but it wasn't that.
No, it definitely wasn't a circuit board.
It just looked like speakers,
Yeah,
to be honest.
yeah, I think it might have just been speakers.
Like gigantic amps, either way. looked very bad for
It
Mick.
was a very stiff bump that he took on it, so...
Yeah, he took it to the head, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which seems to be a recurring theme in this match.
It seems to be a recurring theme with Mick.
Yes, just in his career in general. So that's where things kind of went downhill for Mankind.
Definitely. That's when he got handcuffed. He took a people's elbow with a chair on his head, which didn't look too pleasant.
Which was the least of his worries.
Yeah, that was the least of his worries, and even that looked bad.
Yeah, and then The Rock just proceeded to just destroy that chair on his head.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroy it.
Yep. He had his hands handcuffed behind his back, and he was just being laid into by The Rock, and it was cringy.
It was really very cringeworthy. It was extremely cringeworthy.
Because I know how much that actually fucked Mick up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Watching it nowadays, you're just kind of like, oh shit, I don't want to be seeing this.
No. Especially that last chair shot.
Oh, the last chair shot where Foley was walking up the entrance ramp with his back turned. We were all waiting for a back shot. And he got it in the back, but it was the back of the head.
Yeah, just right on the top of the back of the head.
And we're 99% sure that he blacked out a little bit there.
Yeah, because he dropped like a bag of shit when he got hit.
Which it seems to be how he drops, as a general rule. But yeah, and that essentially led up to the finish of the match.
Yep, which ended up being, people at the time didn't know, but it was a tape recording of Mankind yelling, "I quit."
It was very obvious.
It was very obvious, yes.
Because, let's be honest, he didn't even move.
No.
He wasn't even moving.
Granted, he was face down and the mic was stuffed in his face when he was meant to be saying it, but...
Yeah. So I don't really know what else to say about the finish, but yeah, tape recording of Foley saying "I quit," and that is how The Rock won the WWF Championship.
Via shenanigans.
Via some pretty hardcore, elaborate...
elaborate, in-depth shenanigans.
Elaborate shenanigans, we'll go with that. Alright, and what do you give that one?
Oh, I gave that a holy shit out of 5.
Yeah, I don't think I really have any other option to give it holy shit out of 5. Just even for just Mick's fucking contribution to the match.
Yeah, well, that was the majority of the reason why I gave it a holy shit.
Yeah, because, dude, that was a fucking street mugging, almost.
You might as well call it that.
Yeah, and, yeah. I'm going to leave that match at that. Because
can't do it any more justice than
we start crying on Mick's behalf or something. Yep.
Alright, and moving on to the main event of the night, which was quite obviously the Royal Rumble match.
Yay!
We had Stone Cold as number 1 and Vince McMahon as number 2.
Yeah, and they really weren't in the ring for all that long, to be honest.
Not at all.
No.
They ended up just kind of leaving, fighting through the crowd. Stone Cold gets fucked up backstage by the corporation.
Yeah, in the women's bathroom.
Yeah, which is kind of creepy.
It was very creepy. Why was the corporation kind of hiding in the women's bathroom?
I don't know.
That's very strange.
That is very strange now that I think about it.
I'm pretty sure Ken Shamrock was in ring gear too.
Oh.
So he was just chilling in the women's bathroom in ring gear.
Yeah, in essentially underwear.
Yeah. So yeah, well done.
And then Stone Cold then had to get carried out on a stretcher from the women's locker room, which would have looked weird to anyone who didn't know what was going on.
What if some random female employee went in there just to take a piss in the middle of this angle? It would have been very, very awkward for them.
Extremely awkward.
They probably would have gotten fired.
Or if there was someone in the toilets going to the toilet while everyone was running into the bathroom to set it all up.
Oh, that would have been bad. That would have been bad.
I would have been so embarrassed to be that woman.
Yeah, can you imagine if they were loud too?
Oh.
We're going so off topic.
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, we might as well just go to the next notable thing on the match, which was Kane eliminated himself.
Yeah, because he got a little bit angry at the institution workers.
Yeah, some people from an institution came and tried to put him in a straitjacket.
They really didn't put up much of a fight.
No.
At all.
Yeah, one of them looked like a weird combination of Virgil and, I can't even remember the guy's name now, but the one who won Tough Enough. Maven, yeah. It looked like a weird cross between those two. It was very strange.
Virgil. Makes sense because they merged.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, moving on from the punniness, we had another, like, because to be honest, the only real things to mention about this is just the little Austin McMahon thing that was going on the whole time.
And some weird, like, little weird things
Just
that weren't,
weird- just
that weren't
weird
even really
shit.
meant to be noticed during
Just
the match.
absolutely weird shit. Like, Billy Gunn, okay, he lost to Shamrock earlier in the night via ankle lock, right? And he was, like, selling the injury.
Yeah.
He came out with one shoe.
Yep. His foot was taped up and he had one shoe on.
Because that's better for the injury.
Yeah, wouldn't you just wear the boots that, you know, kind of support your ankle?
Like, that's kind of why you wrestle in boots.
That's the point of them.
That is the entire point of them.
So you don't hurt your ankle.
Or I don't know, since you're Billy fucking Gunn and you're probably not going to win the Rumble, just take the night off.
Exactly.
Fuck it. It's not going to do anything for your career.
And I don't know if we mentioned this in the Rumble that we reviewed last week, but Edge does seem to have a fascination with kicking people in the dick.
Yeah, kicking, punching, just
Yep.
whenever there's no DQs.
There was about 3 in this match.
And that's just the ones that we noticed.
Yeah.
And we looked back at one point and Test was just holding his crotch while he was having a bit of a back and forth with Edge. So I think there was more than what we counted.
Oh, there probably was.
So I'm not sure whether that was a thing.
I think it might have been,
in his
like-
early run.
Like, was that like a fucking, like a rib on him? Like Vince just telling him to go and punch people in the dick?
How would that be a rib on him?
I don't know, like people... Like,
If anything, that's a rib on the whole roster apart from Edge.
I don't know, people consider those things as ribs. Like, go out there and do these weird things.
Yeah.
Like, as
yeah.
a rib.
Either way, Edge had a fascination with punching people in the jug.
Yeah, it's quite weird.
Whatever gets you ahead, I guess. Ultimate opportunist. Well done. And, yeah, I really don't have anything else to mention in this match apart from, the Undertaker interrupted and just kind of took Mabel.
Yeah, he just kind of took him.
That was pretty much it. He gave him a little bit of a face-to-face chat and then they were gone.
Yeah.
And
very
that
strange.
was that. Not sure why Taker wasn't in the Rumble.
I have no idea.
They're like, Taker's not in the Rumble.
Why?
Why is he not in the Rumble? But, like, what's his face? Kurgan or whatever it was.
Yeah,
from
like,
the oddities.
yeah,
was
2
in-
of the oddities were in the Rumble. Yet Undertaker wasn't.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah,
Steve
exactly.
Blackman was in the Rumble.
Yeah. Fucking hell, I'm trying to come up with something more ridiculous than Steve Blackman and I can't think of anyone.
Well, there probably was.
I'm just going to leave it.
Yeah. might
Anyway.
as well.
So, after, you know, everyone getting eliminated, Austin returning from his medical facility.
Yep, medical centre he went to that he obviously just chilled around the corner in the ambulance.
Yeah, and then mugged the ambulance driver and just took his car.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't get arrested for that.
I don't know why Austin didn't get arrested for a lot of things.
Well, he did get arrested for a lot of things he did.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things he got away with.
Which I'm surprised they actually arrested him that many times.
He should have a criminal record. He should be just in jail
Well,
eventually.
he does have a criminal record, but WWE wants you to forget that one.
I think Deborah wants to forget that
Oh,
one
I think
too.
she does too.
Alright, let's not be so dark.
Yeah, that was very dark.
Alright, moving on. So, Austin eliminated like fucking every person and then...
Got eliminated by Vince via shenanigans.
Yeah, well, it was The Rock.
Yeah, it was The Rock.
It was The Rock. He had a mood for shenanigans for that night.
Yeah, he decided to come and, like, you know, talk trash to Stone Cold. Obviously, Stone Cold got distracted and got thrown over the top.
Yeah, and then we had Vince McMahon win the Royal Rumble.
Yep, and celebrate with beer afterwards.
Yes, a lot of it.
Well, yeah, a lot of it. He
A
got
lot
doused
of it.
in beer.
Yeah, and fucking, what's his face, Briscoe. Gerald Briscoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, Briscoe just like kind of awkwardly sat there and crushed the can a bit, dropped his beer.
Yeah, he didn't even drink any of it.
He didn't drink the beer and then asked for another beer.
And then Pat Patterson was actually drinking his beers.
He was the only one.
He was just like sitting there, have a sip, have a sip.
It's like, oh sweet, we're celebrating with beer. I'm literally going to drink it.
Yeah, because that's what you do with beer.
Why wouldn't you? It's one beer, they're not going to kill you.
Exactly.
Anyway, back to the point. And yeah, that was the end of the Rumble match.
Yep, end of the Rumble match and end of the pay-per-view.
Yeah. So what'd you give the Rumble match?
I gave the Rumble match 4 out of 5. 4 horsemen.
Yeah, I also gave it a 4 horsemen out of 5. Like, I mean, there wasn't really a lot of interesting things apart from, like, Austin McMahon.
Yeah, that was really the focus of the Rumble.
Yeah, that was the focal point, but, I mean, There was a few interesting things happening during it.
Yeah,
And
couple things.
just the Austin McMahon thing in general would make a decent Rumble match. It's more eventful than it is most years.
Yeah, no shit, definitely.
And McMahon won. So, like, how can you not rate that highly? So, 4
Exactly.
horsemen out of 5. And holy shit for Vince winning. Because, yes, that's why. And yeah, that was the Rumble match.
Yep.
Alright, and on to overall rating for the pay-per-view.
Personally, I think I'd give it a Scotty 2 Hottie and a half out of 5. It was a pretty boring pay-per-view, to be honest, bar like the I Quit match, and the Rumble match was entertaining for the most part.
Yeah, I'll probably agree with that. Scotty 2 Hottie and a half seems like a fair rating. The undercard really did nothing for this pay-per-view.
No, really let
Like-
it down, to be honest.
Like you said, basically, like, you know, what I would consider the main event, because the Royal Rumble's going to happen either way.
Yeah,
So,
no shit.
yeah, so like the Foley Rock match and then the Rumble itself was entertaining, but
That was about it.
yeah, apart from that, it was kind of crap,
Yeah, no shit.
to be honest, and that's not good.
No,
That is
not
not,
at all.
good.
Not
Not at all. And yeah, so I guess that will wrap it up for Royal Rumble 1999, and we will pick out what we are reviewing next time.
Hopefully not another Royal Rumble.
Oh, I got one in my head. Pick that.
Okay. Extreme Rules 2009. A newer
Wicked.
pay-per-view.
Awesome. I think that's probably the most recent pay-per-view we've done.
I think it is, yeah.
Lovely. Well, yay for current day product. But it was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Somewhat current day product. Anyway, so that was the whole fucking show. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment on what you thought of this pay-per-view. And I guess we'll see you next time for some more one-of-a-kind reviews.
Have a nice day.